And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Ethereum analysis video. Ethereum has been on a tear, and well, before I get into any more, Sean is with us on this one. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone. What a green start to the week, Krisha.
Yes, indeed. There are a lot of interesting charts, but honestly, Sean, if I really had to sort of, take a step back, I think the most interesting chart right now is Ethereum. Now, without further ado, I just want to first get on over to that Mango dashboard and see what the dashboard is telling us about Ethereum. Okay, so I'm currently on the dashboard. I have that 2-day time frame set in. And if you see it on the 2-day time frame, guys, ETHUSD is now long. Now, this long signal actually came in 5 hours ago. The thing about Ethereum USD is that we've actually been in this bit of a consolidation, right? We've been ranging from that 13K region all the way down to, I believe it was we went all the way down to 960, right? So I believe that it was neutral back then, okay? But now, Sean, with this current weekly close, as well as a 2-day close and a 3-day close and a 4-day close, we have finally gotten that long signal. Now, this one came in 5 hours ago, and if you took a trade on this, you are currently up 2.59%. All right. Now, ETHBTC, guys. Now, this is a very, very interesting chart. In fact, one of my favorite ones right now. This one gave us a long trend change 7 days ago. Okay, now if you caught a trade on this, you are currently up 24.35%. Nice. And ETHBTC has been looking splendid, but guys, we'll be getting into that in a bit. First, we're gonna of course dissect that ETHUSD chart because just look at this; it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Sean, let's actually first start off with the weekly, since we did close a weekly candle, right? Okay. And what are your thoughts on the weekly? Let's get yours first.
Well, geez, it couldn't be more picture perfect, right? And this is precisely what we've been talking about and looking for the past few weeks now. In fact, Krisha, I do want to remind everyone how this weekly candle looked leading into the middle of the week, right? It looked pretty ugly. It looked red, but our warning to the entire community was wait for the freaking candle close. We kept saying that in our Discord chat too, wait for the candle close. This could change very, very quickly. In fact, even the week prior to that, right, we got exactly the candle close we were looking for. So to put it step by step, the first candle close we were looking for on the red week, right, the one prior to this one, was right above 1,220-ish. And yes. I thought that was almost not going to happen, but we did it right towards the end of the week, right towards that Sunday. Ethereum closed at that level, closed above that level. That was the first big sign, and that was a reminder to everybody to not count Ethereum out. Wait for that candle close, and look at how this week closed, Krisha. Fabulous close, man. We closed the candle. We didn't just close it green, but we made a new high.
Yes,
that's fantastic.
Yes, so guys,
a nice full body candle close.
Exactly. Now, I'm currently on ETHUSD on that Coinbase chart. I'm not sure which one you're using. I usually pull up Kraken, but I believe Kraken's data is a bit skewed to the upside. Right? So guys, essentially, I'm looking at ETHUSD on that Coinbase chart. Okay, and in that last bull market, the highest close that we had on the weekly time frame came in at 1,365.46. Okay, this candle close is at $1,394, essentially taking out that last candle body close there. Okay, exactly. This is a very, 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 very bullish picture right now for Ethereum. Exactly. So now it's akin to Bitcoin, pretty much at 20K, right? Yep. And so, I mean, so now what are your thoughts from here? Where does Ethereum go from here? And do you have any sort of targets to the upside, Sean?
Well, to be honest, now's the time, like we talked about in the live stream, now's the time to be looking at that ETHBTC chart, Krisha. And hey, I'm really excited to be diving into that one as soon as we're done with the USD pairing. But for those of you who are looking to play the ETHUSD pairing, all you can really do right now is play the trend. right? Especially now that we are in price discovery. Now, you guys know that at Mango, we are trend traders and that's all we do for the most part. But now more than ever it's time to play the trend. I've been playing it on the trend ever since around 300-ish, $280 to $310. And it's literally been following that same aggressive trend since then. Because if you turn on your 4-day dynamic, right, you're going to see how well and methodical Ethereum has been coming and trending along the dynamic over there. Similar story with the 3-day and similar story with the 2-day. So the higher time frames have been have kept you in the trade this entire time. Just play the trend, because you don't know how far this is going to go. You don't know when this is going to end, especially in price discovery. We don't have any levels to play with above head. But as we come down, we don't know whether price will actually come down to those support levels or whether they get picked up or front run before those support levels, right? That's why the trend helps you. The trend indicators allow you to keep with the trend regardless of what Ethereum's doing. And then when the trend ends, you're out.
Exactly. And funny that you mentioned the Mango dynamic, because honestly, I actually opened my chart with the Mango dynamic on here. And honestly, Sean, big, major props, because this is turning out to be one of my favorite indicators right now. I've been using it pretty aggressively on not just Ethereum, but many of the other altcoins that I'm playing. Nice. But just look at this, guys. Okay, now you can see my chart. Look at price relative to that dynamic. Every freaking test on that 4-day time frame has been an absolute steal of a buy.
Yep.
Right? And when stuff went sort of, when price was oscillating within its range, it gave us like that neutral sign there. Yep. But it's been absolutely phenomenal so far. And what's to note here right now on that 4-day dynamic is it's still green. I mean, we're still long, right? And yes, you're right. We're in a region of price discovery, and this could keep going. Now, all we have is really, well, our tools, okay, the TA that we can employ. But in regards to the TA that we can employ, Sean, I'm actually looking at that next sort of region overhead at $1,700. Okay, now that's my next sort of psychological resistance that I see coming in for Ethereum at $1,700. So I think that if we could see continuation here, we could potentially get up there. Now, from where price is at right now, all the way to that $1,700 mark, that's like a good 20% to the upside. So there are some chunky moves, especially now that we're in blue sky breakout right now for Ethereum. So yes, while that is resistance, can price take it out? Of course it can. I mean, it's blue sky freaking breakout. We don't know what happens from here, right? We can just play with the data that we have on our chart. Now, Sean, before we sort of get into the ETH-BTC thing, I just want to draw your attention, okay, and not just yours, but everyone else's attention to how the rest of the daily, the 2-day, and the 3-day candles closed. Okay, and this, guys, by the way, is powerful. Now, these are the things you need to be looking for. So now we have that point of support that we have underneath us, right, that we closed over on the weekly time frame, right, that last high that we put in. But Sean, if you get onto the 4-day as well, look at how we close relative to that region.
Yep, the 4-day actually gave us some price discovery around a week ago, right? So kind of allowed you to start getting aggressive on Ethereum, or knowing that, hey, I want to buy the next dip. And the next dip came all the way down to 1,042. So.
Yes. So 4 days looking good. Okay, guys, we closed also a 3-day candle. Sean, if you get onto your 3-day, look at how we closed there. I believe this was a breakout of an ascending triangle of sorts.
Wow, the 3-day had a perfect bull flag. Like,
right.
Fantastic.
It was absolutely phenomenal. So let's look at the measured move for this very, very quickly, guys. I'm going to plot this in. That way we can sort of move on to ETH-BTC and some other cool stuff. But the measured move will take, just off the ascending triangle, this will take, Ethereum up to $1,740. So there we go. We have a level of confluence along that $1,700 region there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting to, Krisha. 1,738.
Yeah. So 3-day, guys, looking great. Okay, we also closed a 2-day candle. Notice how we took out resistance there too, looking freaking phenomenal, right? And daily, well, we closed a daily as well, and voila. So this chart is
fantastic.
Exactly. It's bloody bullish right now.
Oh, I do want to point out, I believe it was on the daily. Was it on the, yes, bullish divergence on the daily on ETHUSD that triggered us into breaking the resistance overhead this morning. And
Oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
actually perfect bullish divergence right over there. It's like when people need to be looking at bullish divergences, that's when they don't, because they're too concerned about price has just come down and hey, we're going back down to zero, blah blah blah. But these are times where you look at divergences dipping into major support regions on your higher time frames, because we dipped into support on our 4-day dynamic, our 2-day, 3-day dynamic. Okay, cool. My trend is saying bullish. Are we showing any counter trend movements that are going to be opportunities on my oscillator? And boom, there you go. That is your divergence play right over there. Continuation towards the upside now.
Are you looking at the divergence on the Stokes or the RSI?
The RSI.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I see it. All right, this is looking really good. Ethereum, guys. Ethereum is looking phenomenal. I personally am looking for continuation on this chart. Sean, do you want to get on over to the ETHBDC and see what ETHBDC is up to? Because I think from the two charts, that is the most interesting one. I mean, ETHUSD, guys, has been in an uptrend ever since March of last year. Okay, so yes, I was looking for continuation on this. Yes, we were looking for Ethereum to test those highs. But what was everyone looking for? Is Ethereum going to outperform Bitcoin? So let's get on to FBDC and see what that one is doing. So once again, Sean, let's start off with the weekly time frame. So see where we closed on the weekly.
The close could not have been better. The close did everything you could ask of it to do, right? In the stream, Krisha, we were talking about, hey, yeah, we can't get too nitpicky with the theme. We can't say, okay, I wanted to close about this as well, because at that point you'd be asking for too much. But Ethereum gave us everything. It closed above the zone I had between 0.04 and 0.038, and also took out the highest wick coming in all the way from the 31st of December 2018 at 0.419. It just came in there, retested. I mean, the ETHBDC chart has me so excited, but I don't want you guys to let this excitement make you guys FOMO into buying over here, because keep in mind, this is the weekly. This could still come down, dip deeper into the level, close above these zones, and then continue weeks later. Krisha and I have been in position on a theme for a very long time.
Yes.
So now the gains are beginning to compound, right? And it's just, you guys are going to have to keep that in mind when you hear the excitement in our voices.
Yeah. So as far as ETHBDC goes, and you're right, so it becomes a lot easier, guys, when you get in a good position at a very, very good level. That level that you get in on is important, especially when volatility really picks up, right? And that's what we're seeing on many of these charts right now. We're seeing that volatility pick up. Now take ETHBDC, for example. Now we were looking, Sean and I, when we covered ETH last time, we were looking for a close over this pink line right here that I have on my chart, which is coming in at around 0.038 sats. Right? But I want you to notice now price from where it closed relative to that region. I mean, what was that move? That was a good 11%. And suddenly it becomes harder when you see price move up like that, and you're like, oh damn, I was waiting for close, but it's moved up already so much, 11% from where I wanted to enter. What do I do now? So this is also where getting in a good position, really comes to play. As far as ETHBDC is concerned, Sean, I'm looking at resistance actually right now. The way it's moved, yes, we have taken out that region of resistance before that we were looking at, right? That multi-year resistance, we've taken it out. But now I'm looking at resistance overhead at 0.043 sats. Are you getting the same thing on your chart?
Yep, I do see it. Yep.
Right. So now this is where it's cool when you're in position, looking at price action like this is amazing.
It gets difficult, right? Because you're essentially trying to balance being a support resistance trader, a breakout trader, and a trend trader at the same time, which is why usually the uncomfortable positions where you're feeling uncomfortable, but the technical analysis is clear, those are the easy trades, right? But when the technical analysis is clear, the problem is that you're usually feeling uncomfortable because you're usually going against what the rest of the market seems to be feeling. Now, at this point, you're like, wait a minute, the TA isn't as clear because I'm seeing resistance over here, okay? And I'm not in position, but this looks like such a good break and trend continuation. What do you do, right? That's the point you're trying to get at, because Kisha, you're talking about how price has already moved up 11%. It gets difficult. Personally, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm seeing 4 green flags and 1 red flag, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
the odds over there on my side. I'm going to be taking the trade, knowing full well that there's a probability that this does come down on me. But as long as I'm not invalidated on my trend idea, I'm going to stay in the trade.
Boom, boom. And that I think is brilliant advice, because I was actually going to ask you what would be your advice to anyone in that situation. So, and I think that's great advice right there. So yeah, right now FBDC is up against resistance, okay, and we can see Bitcoin USD right now moving up. So this sort of makes sense, right? This little doji candle that we see in front of us, it makes complete sense. But what is to note here, when you're looking at the FBDC chart, and this is something that I've been harping on about for like days on, well, weeks on end now, is that when you're looking at the FBDC chart, you're essentially comparing one asset to the other. You're trying to find out if Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, and which one is going to be the better hodl? I mean, they're both trending up right now. ETH and Bitcoin, they're both in bullish freaking uptrends. So I think Sean's advice here really sort of kicks in, you know? And I feel like it's also about having a plan. I think if you have a decent enough plan and you're willing to sort of ride the trend on this, and you're not going to get shook out too easily, I think it would be a fairly decent trade to manage.
Yep.
Right.
The patience is going to pay off. So, Kusha, what are your targets for where you think Ethereum's going to go if it does take out this resistance?
You know, Sean, I'm really liking the way ETH/USD looks right now. I mean, we confirmed that it has broken resistance on multiple high timeframes, right? So I'm actually looking for ETH/BTC personally. This is a personal opinion, guys. Okay, I'm looking for ETH/BTC to actually take out this resistance overhead. I don't know when, okay, but I am looking for it to actually take it out. And if it does, when it does, I will be looking at the next point of resistance comes in at around this region right here at around 0.055 sats.
Yeah, so I'm not going to hedge my bets like Kusha is doing over here. I'm going to say that Ethereum is going to be taking out that resistance probably this week, actually, and we're going to make our way to that zone that Kusha just mentioned. While this is resistance, I think Ethereum does have the momentum behind it to take it out, and it will probably do so by giving us confirmation with a 12-hour candle close followed with a 4-hour candle close above that level, coming in at, I believe, 0.044, right, Kusha? Yeah, that's
Yes.
it, right over there. Cool. So I think we're going to take it out personally, but I do want to draw everyone's attention to what I noticed this morning. As soon as Ethereum hit that level on the ETH/BTC chart, we started seeing Ethereum take a pullback, and immediately Bitcoin start having a up move. That could suggest that money is flowing now from Ethereum to Bitcoin because Ethereum is at resistance. Now, that's not enough information to come up with that theory, but it's just something to keep an eye out for, right? Money flowing between Ethereum and Bitcoin isn't that far-fetched of an idea.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I'm very bullish on Ethereum, and I think I've made that extremely known in not just the previous videos, but also the live streams. I'm extremely, extremely bullish on Ethereum. I feel like Ethereum right now is akin to Bitcoin at 20K. And the close has been phenomenal, and I'm looking for continuation on these charts. And yeah, Sean, that's all I have, honestly, for ETH/USD as well as ETH/BTC. Do you have any final notes?
Well, yeah, I do want to point out a couple of things on the lower time frames because these are going to be key for trade opportunities moving forward, right? We're looking at a particular horizontal at 0.040593. Kusha, this is coming in on the high that we put in on the 1st of September 2020. Right, we marked this out on yesterday's live stream. So now those of you who are watching yesterday's live stream really benefited from that, because we were like, all right, let's wait for this 12-hour candle close that was going to close around 3 hours after the live stream. Let's wait for it to close above this level. Okay, if we do, that's going to lead to a cascading move most possibly, because I was very clear on this idea that, hey, a lot of times the 12-hour candle close leading into the week, leading into the weekly close gives us the biggest freaking clue. I'm like, guys, usually I like waiting for the weekly candle close, but there are times where the 12-hour candle close can give you a critical edge. And this was it, guys. This was it. Right over here. You're seeing it play out, right? We closed right above it.
Yeah.
Kusha, I'm on the 12-hour time frame. Okay. We closed right above it. And then we retested it at, the exact horizontal, Kusha, 0.040592, right? It's the high coming in from September 1st,
Yeah.
2000 and
Okay.
yeah,
I see.
you're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
This market at the high. I'm like, that's going to be a critical high. We take that out. I'm pretty sure the market is going to respect that and see a cascading move, follow through. Well, we closed above it, we retested it, and now we're seeing that follow through. Well, we already hit the next resistance, right? So
Yeah.
these kind of things, guys, what they allow you to do is give you edge for the next trade opportunity, right? Because you know what the market is going to be looking for moving forward.
Yeah. So I just hope everyone caught that on my chart. So the region that Sean was looking at was this pink line that I've drawn here. Okay. And he said he looked at it. He got that region of resistance from the highs of September 1st, 2020. Okay. And I'm looking at these two wick highs right here. So if you go ahead and plot a line right there. Okay. And then and that's a weekly level, by the way. I know, I understand that I'm on 12-hour time frame, but that is a weekly level. And this is also a good lesson in that those high level horizontals also cascade onto your lower time frames. Okay, we got that close on the 12-hour that he spoke about yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful retest and then continuation.
Exactly.
And yeah, good spot. And kudos to everyone who, big props actually to everyone who actually caught that one.
Yep. So now, Kusha, just a waiting game for ETH. There are a few things that we can't talk about. We'll talk about it in today's live stream. So I hope you guys join us over there. Today's live stream is likely going to take place around an hour right after this video. So, hey, we'll see you guys there.
Perfect. All right, guys. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.
Ciao.